And here we go. Welcome everybody to Luke Learns Coding. Of course, this is Luke, and today we're going to be doing some live algorithm challenges. I remember doing this last time. It was much harder than I ever expected. Not only to do algorithms, but then to talk about them live, to think out loud, not just in my own head, explain my code, and then have you guys in chat yelling at me what to do, which I thought was pretty fun. And so we're going to try it again. And really the goal of this is to do algorithm challenge each and every day as we're on the job hunt. At least I am. We need to be prepping for technical interviews. And so I found this link. I'll drop it in the chat and maybe put it in the description as well. But this gives you 169 questions on LeetCode to go through to prep for interviews. Honestly, I'm going to guess it's much harder than some of the algorithms I've done in the past, and I feel like probably it's going to be overkill in some sense, because I think a lot of these algorithms, especially on LeetCode, they're if you want to work for FANG, you know, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. I don't know what's the other A, Amazon? Must be, right? So that's not really what I'm aiming for, but regardless, the algorithms here I think are going to be pretty solid. I've done one of them, even though it was listed as easy. You know, I got the easier answer, but I haven't gone back through and looked at the O notation to try to make it faster or save more space. So that's part of what I want to do as well. I feel like one of the things, now I've graduated boot camp, is that I learned a lot about web dev. I learned a little bit about algorithms and computer science, but not a ton. So part of this is I want to do it, but also to go back through and look at, okay, did I do this in the most efficient way? Did I do this in a way that, you know, we can write this code and then refactor it to either make the code less lines or more explained better, or, you know, faster, or saving up more memory? Those types of things I feel like I haven't gotten to practice and learn as much, because mostly in coding bootcamp, you're flying through it so fast that it's okay. We just need to get code out there. We need to finish projects. We need to learn this next thing. That it's harder to just go into depth on one algorithm or something like that. So that's part of my goal by doing these. If you pop by, feel free to say hi. I'll try not to miss the chat here too much. But you can definitely try to solve it along with me. I probably won't use your answers, because obviously this is practice for me, but feel free to practice alongside. So hopefully that was enough talk. That was enough explanation. I'm going to grab the code and the challenge from LeetCode. I'm going to do it in VS Code. I just like coding in VS Code a lot more than using, you know, these built-in whatever Code Wars, HackRank, LeetCode. So valid parentheses. So we're going to take a given string S containing just the characters, left parenthesis, right parenthesis, curly brackets, and square brackets, determine if the input string is valid. Okay, so an input string is valid if open brackets must be closed by the same type of brackets. Okay, open brackets must be closed in the correct order, and every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. So if we got one parenthesis that's closed correctly, that's true. If it's three of them, they're all different kinds, still true. But even if they're in the correct order and they're mismatching, it is going to be false. Okay. So we're not actually getting a string, we're just getting the different brackets here and trying to make sure they're in the correct order. I'm trying to figure out, does it count if, let's say, like a square bracket is inside of parentheses? I'm not sure. Open brackets must be closed in the correct order. So it does sound like they can be inside of each other as long as they're in the correct order. I'm not sure. I wish they would have given an example of that. But hopefully that's the way I'm understanding it, and that's hopefully correct. So here we go. I'm gonna open up my VS Code to my algorithms. As I said, I just like doing it in there better. And I can, you can keep track of your algorithms, the ones that you've solved. You can as well upload them to GitHub, get those commits to make it look like you're coding a bunch. So valid parentheses dot py. We're going to do this in Python. We might also solve it in JavaScript. I think it's interesting to try to solve it in 2 different languages. We're not going to solve it in a class. That's just for LeetCode. Okay, so is valid. Let's also copy paste the instructions and just comment them out, so we have them there on the screen. Okay, might as well throw on the examples as well. Oops. Okay, so we don't need self because that's for the class that LeetCode needs to run the test cases, I believe. And let's set up one of these. I'm going to turn off. Definitely turn off Copilot if you're using Copilot for algorithms, because it will try solving things for you, which is nice when you're, coding other things and you want a quick solution. But the point here is not to have someone give us the answer unless we really get stuck. Then we'll, maybe start Googling things, or maybe asking some AI. But until we get to that point where we're absolutely stuck, we don't want to get there. Okay. So that first one is valid. Okay, so what do we want to do? So let's just start out by just kind of pseudo coding things. So we need to iterate through the string. So we need to check each character, right? Which means we're probably going to need some kind of loop. There are, I'm sure, built-in methods that we can look at later to check for these kinds of things. But I think part of the point of algorithms is to try to solve it without many built-in methods and then work back through and see if there's ways to refactor it and make it better, just to stretch out the brain a little bit more. So we want to iterate through each of the string, and we need in Python, this should be pretty easy to check if the beginning index is the same as the last index, and if the second index is the second to last, because we have the negative index in Python, which makes that kind of easy for us. So we want to check first index compared to last index, repeat moving +1 index and -1 index from the back. So kind of starting on this side, hey, is this one matching the end? Is this one matching the next one? Because they have to be in order, that will also make sure that, if, let's say, these guys are inside of this one, that will be valid, because we're going to be checking the 0 index to the -1 index, and then the 1 index to the -2, then we should be good. So if we're doing that, we should only need to loop through half. And that way, if it's something like this, the way I'm understanding the challenge is that this is going to be invalid because it's not in the correct order. Oops. Okay, cool. Let's see. And then we need so we would need to check if each parenthesis type is the same as its counterpart. The hardest part of this challenge is spelling parentheses right each time. Parentheses. I think I got that. No, I'm missing an end. That was not even close. Parentheses. There we go. Hardest part of coding challenges is using real English. Although we're using Python, so that's probably as close as we're gonna get, right? Match its, I'll just call it counterpart. Okay. I think that's enough to get us started. Right? So is valid. So let's just I've been coding a lot in JavaScript, so now my mind's got to go back to Python. So because we're using indexes, I'm going to use a range loop in Python rather than checking, like 4-letter in Word or something like that. So let's do for I in range, and we want to grab the length of s because that's our string. So what I like to do is just make sure we're always getting the right information. Let's print length of s. We'll print I, just making sure we're getting the right indexes. Oh, I didn't print it. Silly me. So it looks like it's already right because we're getting the right indexes. So 4, and then we're going to get 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. But what we want to do is we only want half, right? So if we have, let's see. Actually, one way we can make this better, I was thinking if we need to divide s by 2, so, oh wait, no, we want to put that on the outside. So we want to take the length of the string and put it in half because we only want to loop through half, checking the first, the last, second to last, etc. So we don't want to go through the whole thing. That's just going to waste time and repeat code. But one little optimization I want to make at the beginning of this is because I was thinking, okay, what if we have an odd number length and divide it by 2? Do we need to change that into an integer? Well, instead of doing that, what I want to do is if s modulo 2 equals, or doesn't equal 0, right? If it equals 0, that would be odd. So we want doesn't equal 0. So we're checking to see if it's an odd number. If it's odd, it's automatically going to be false because we know one of these brackets, if we have 3 of them, right? It's not going to have a counterpart. It's going to have to be an even string if we're going to match every single bracket to each other, right? So let's just say if it's not even, then we don't need to do the rest of this code. The rest of this code is just going to be pointless. So let's just return false. Hey, it is not. Wait, it's Python, so it's capital false, right? Yep. Okay. See, I told you I've been doing a lot of JavaScript trying to learn React and such as well. So, okay. So that part should be fine. We can just do a quick test case of that. Not all arguments converted to string formatting. Oh, oops, I need a length of s. See, this is why you test often, test early, as my teacher would always say. Now we're not going to run into that problem later. Okay, so it's false. That's what we wanted. We also might need triple quotes here in Python to test out the curly braces inside there. No, I don't know. Okay. So let's just make sure we're printing now. Thomas and Studios, what's up? How's it going? By the way, if this is someone I know, feel free to put your first name in the chat. Oh, it's Sigurd. Okay. Do you have a YouTube channel? What were you what was your studios making there, huh? All right. So I'm going to print s index of I, just make sure again that we're getting what we expect. Did I not save this? Oh, I accidentally put in an extra parenthesis somewhere there. Ha, there we go. Float object can't be interpreted as an integer. Why are we getting it as, it should just be 4 divided by 2. Did I screw something up? We're just going to comment this guy out. And let's just print length of s minus 2. 2.0. Okay, so does Python automatically put it in a float? I thought it didn't, but let's just make it into an integer then. Okay. I don't know why it did that. But I guess in Python it is an integer, or we need to cast it as an integer. Alright, cool. So we're getting what we're getting. Remnant from 13-year-olds. You have a channel from when you were 13? That's impressive. I'm trying to think. I guess I still have like my original Gmail from probably when I was 12 or 13. Probably similar timeline. I'm trying to think. I don't think I started a YouTube channel back then though. Do you have any videos on it? Because that would be great. Okay, so now we're getting what we're wanting. We want the left side, parentheses, and then the curly bracket because we're printing just the first half of this string. Don't go there. Well, now I have to go there. Of course I have to go there. It's only fair. You've seen me do so many YouTube videos. I feel like I have to go check out your YouTube channel. So I'm sure you missed it, but we are solving an algorithm on LeetCode. Practicing for interviews coming up. Hopefully, if I get an interview. Basically, we have to check if the left side of parentheses is matching the right, that they're in correct closing order. So if they're not the same match, it's false. If it's a left and a left or a right and a right, it's false. If they're not in the correct order, or if they're not wrapped properly enclosed in the correct order, it's false. Other than that, it should be true. LeetCode TLDR. Have you done LeetCode before? Removing as we speak. Dang it. I gotta end the stream early. Okay. So we got the first half. That's what we want. And then we're gonna need to check to the negative. So do we... I guess that would be I minus... I think we need to set up another variable to check for the negatives. I almost put let. I almost started doing JavaScript. Because we need to check if the S of... So we got the string. We're going to grab that first index and we're going to check to make sure it is equal. Might as well do triple equals. They should be triple equal to each other. And we want -1. I think that's how it... Wait, I think in Python... Can I just put -1 or do I have to put... Well, it's not liking something. Let me just try this. Print. Yeah, baby. Okay, can I not do that? Can I not triple equals in Python? Okay, it just won't let me triple. I thought you could triple equals in Python. Am I trolling right now? Let's just make sure -1. Okay, it didn't go in there. Dude, I'm telling you, I haven't done Python in a fat minute, so this is good practice. Oh wait, okay. Oh wait, we need to. No. Okay. So we can't just check if they're equal because they're not equal to each other. We just need to check if it's the right match. Want me to jump on voice with you? Heck yeah, let's do it. Let me put some headphones in. You can't give me all the answers, but you can work through it with me. I guess just call me on Discord if you want. Okay, so we need some kind of way. We need some kind of map almost to show, okay, if it's the left side parenthesis, we need to match it to the right side parenthesis opposite. I almost want to write another function within the function, but is that... We can write a separate function to then check. Let's try it. Let's just go where my mind's going, then we can refactor this and make it better. Def. Let's just call this closing match. So we have our I don't know if it really matters. Our first and our second parenthesis, and if our first equals a, let's just go normal parenthesis. So we have to do if first is, and then we'd have to check if second equals the, if that's the case, then we return true so that it would trigger this as true. So if closing match of s, oh boy, okay, s of I, and then our second one is going to be s of -1. I'm just going to see. We're just going to see. Okay, so we did get into that. We got the yeah baby going. I'm going to remove this print statement. Okay, so we know that is working properly. I'm Grot. I can't call you, it seems. What is Grod? Luke, what's up, Luke? Oh, the channel we used. I forgot. What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Oh, I might not be able to hear you. Hold on. I have different settings for my Discord than I do for the stream. Can you hear me now?
No, I hear you through Discord.
Okay, okay. Here we go. The tag team duo. The algorithm champion himself. Sigurd. What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, I just had some time for myself. So, on my computer for the first time in a while.
So you're like, might as well watch Luke do some algorithms. You're that bored, huh?
Yeah, this is like, I have no idea. But I got a thought. Like, what about dictionaries? If you're looking for the first
to check
parentheses, then you look for the closing one, right? Like if you're
okay.
Is that the problem? You're looking for the, like, if you got an open, you're looking for the closed one in a different position.
So yeah. So I like this. I like this. Parentheses match equals.
Hold on, I gotta charge my. That's it.
Okay, so some kind of dictionary where we can hold the value.
If the key is like the opening parentheses, the value could be the closing one, or am I? I don't know. It just
No. This is good. Okay, this is good, right? So you're saying, okay, so we're gonna make a dictionary to check the values.
And then you do it reverse too, maybe, like the other, or maybe you don't need to. Well, you need to have keys for both and then values for both. Like,
yes,
first the opening, and like if it's the other way around, if it starts with a closing.
Well, if it starts with the closing, it should be invalid anyways.
Okay.
So maybe we need to make a check for that.
See the problems completely.
No, you're good. Basically, so like, they want you to have brackets of the same type closed in the correct order. So if it starts with the wrong facing bracket anyways, that should be invalid.
You're already done. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we should be able to get rid of this function then. I like this dictionary better. So then we would need to find some kind of way here. So let's see.
Yeah, you have the iterator. Like,
so
a little bit like then a reverse iterator or something, depending on the length. Or hold on, let me.
Okay. Let's try what we're going for a second. Parentheses match. So, oh gosh, I gotta remember how to. I've been doing so much JavaScript. Okay, so in Python to check for the key value pair. Oh,
I have no idea. Let me.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to Google this real quick. In Python. Okay.
think you should just like use the key.
We just print the
Like
dictionary,
with quotes.
like
Yeah.
dictionary with the quotes. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just here.
But
Let me just make sure
that
I'm
would
doing
be
this right.
in your range. It would be like an index from your list, kind of. You wouldn't even need to.
Yeah.
Well, you could test it
So
for that. Yeah.
if
Yeah,
we
it's
do the parentheses match with the index that we are looping through, it should give us the other value that we're checking for. That's how I'm thinking of it. With what you're saying. So if we go.
Didn't it?
Bracket left, or no, we don't want the bracket. We don't want hard code that. We want I.
Yeah, no, yeah. This is where you want. Yeah.
Okay. And then we want to check that to the S of the -1. Although we don't want to hard code that. I just want to make sure this is working first. Okay. Yeah, baby, we did it. This is why I have hired you.
Yeah.
Make me sound smart.
Did this work? Like it?
Yes, it worked.
Yeah.
So,
but it didn't solve the entire thing, did it?
No, well, I mean, it gave us the solution instead of writing another function. This is way cleaner.
Yeah, because this wouldn't work if you have a longer string, would it?
Well, so we just need to not hard code
parentheses.
this. So we need to create a negative index.
Yeah.
So we can just do.
But like, you just need a different iterator, like beneath the for I in range. Yeah, J, and like then do JJ minus.
J minus I to get the no.
J minus. Yeah. Oh wow.
J minus I be
clever.
-1. Am I trolling?
Wait, no. You need like J. For the first one, it's that it's you need to iterate on J.
Well, so like.
So either J.
Why isn't J minus I -1? It is -1.
Yeah, the first time, but like if you have a longer.
But it should have gone. If it's -1 for the first time, it should go. It should be. Wait. It should get into that loop anyways, though. Oh wait. Oh no, because I starts at 0. I'm so stupid. Okay. I think this should work if we just start it at -1. There we go. Okay. I think that solved it.
Yeah.
I'm literally forgetting the indexes start at 0. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, but like, would you all? But like, if you have a longer string, you should, after you've done the if test, or like if check, you should. Wait, you don't need. Do you need to change J?
So basically what I'm doing is the I is going to change the J itself.
Yeah.
So
it's eating from each side.
I think we should make this though to check if it's not, because if it's not a match, then we want to return false, and then after everything's looped through, that's when we want to return true. I believe. Let's see if that worked.
Yeah.
True. Okay, let's make it not true. Oh my goodness, are we geniuses? False. And then...
Yeah, like, that looks good.
False. Wait, why is this false? Oh, shoot, no, that's... I was thinking everything would be in order.
Yeah.
I didn't check...
Now it's not in order, yeah.
So never mind, my whole idea was completely wrong.
but... Wait, so do the first parentheses have to match the same, or like, or the last?
See, that's what I'm trying to think through. Yeah. Is they didn't explain it very well, where it's like, I can't tell. Oh, now it's not loading. Oh, there we go. So all the examples they gave are one next to each other, but it also says, open brackets must be closed in the correct order.
Yeah.
Okay. Brackets correspond. So they made it sound like one could be inside of each other, but maybe not.
Okay, but like for your example 2 there, it should check like if you have a key, you should just check the next
Right.
index, like +1,
Yeah.
if that's
Right. So
equal to.
right. I was thinking that they would be inside one another, but maybe not. So let's try that first.
But also if you check index 0 and compare it to the value you have there for index 1, if you understand, like, so you take the first, and then you should then skip index 1 and jump to index 2. Like, you need to jump over a character. If it's true, you jump to the next one.
Jump to the next one.
Like for like your example now on line 43, print is valid. Index 0 is an opening, index 1 is a closing.
Yeah, just
then index 2 is like the square bracket.
Right. So jump
when you
one
check,
up. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, but for some reason I got an error. If parentheses.
What does the error say?
Trace back most recent call list. Print is valid.
Key error. So you have you're having one parenthesis too much, it seems. Wait.
Oh, because it's checking outside the. It's.
Right.
Well, no, it shouldn't check because we're only going through half the list. Yeah. Let's do your.
Like then you would have one function, or like might not have to be a function in itself, but you check.
What's up, Ash?
You check the index +1, like index and then index +1, then you skip and go to the next.
I think it's still gonna give me an error. Why is the key error? How come we weren't getting that before? All right, let's jump back for a second. Just want to make sure I didn't screw anything else up.
It's in the parenthesis match. Is it in the dictionary? When you give like the you don't have. Maybe you don't have the.
Oh, because it's checking.
Key.
You're right. It's checking for the reverse one
key.
because we weren't jumping ahead one.
Yep.
We're so smart.
Yeah, but like I haven't done this for years, and like it's.
Isn't it hurt your brain?
No, but yeah, it's nice, like seeing the logic still there. Like I understand some of it at least.
See, you're a genius still.
Still a genius. Yeah.
Ash, it has been a while. How have you been, Ash? It's been a fat minute. Okay, so but if we increment I by 1 after checking, it should jump. It should jump by 1.
Well,
or do we need to go by? No, we need to go by 2. Wait. No, because okay. So if we print out I.
No, yeah, you need to jump by 2.
But shouldn't if we add 1?
Because like if you go to like say you're on the first I 0 index, then you check it with 1, and then you increment. So I is now 1. Then you go to 1 index and check with 2, and like that's the problem.
But shouldn't it already increment because it's going through the for loop, or is that? I think this is just. I'm thinking in JavaScript, so this is not actually gonna work. So in Python, you can in the range, right? You can make it increment by 2, right?
But you use a different variable instead of I. Use J, and you set J within the for like a 0, and then you increment J only if it's like for a condition or something.
Okay. Hold on.
Like
I gotta try something.
You use J as the index instead of I.
Because there's a way in Python to increment by 2 in a for loop. I know there is. I'm not trolling, I hope.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Oh, you're using Brave. That's nice.
Yeah, baby, you gotta get those bat tokens.
Only 2.7 hours saved.
I guess.
In my IT job, I had like several days saved in like loading web pages.
Okay, so no, this is it's commas, it's not semicolons. Is that what I'm screwing up here in the? I know it was something like that.
Oh yeah, probably.
There we go. There we go. Hey, look at that. I'm not trolling yet. Okay.
So now it worked.
Yeah, because I is 0. We checked against the next one. I is 2. Why didn't it go to I is 4 though? That's the only thing I'm worried about. 0, 1,
But,
2, 3, 4.
For like for ease of like in the output in your for loop, can you print what the indices are, like so we can see index 0 comparing to index 1. Just make some print statements before.
So what the problem is I was checking the length divided by 2, which I think we just want to do length minus 1, because now that we're not doing the first half compared to the last half. Okay, so that was part of the problem, but I think it's working the way we want. But we can definitely print both. Does this work in Python, or am I trolling as well?
I never got good with debuggers when I went to school, but print everywhere was my way to go.
Everywhere. I agree. Yep. Okay. So that's true. Our test case here should still be false. If we go to this guy. Doing pretty good, Ash. Just trying to be good at programming so that one day I can get a job, hopefully. That's the goal. Or maybe I'll just become a teacher.
Oh. Do you know what kind of teacher I'm becoming?
What kind of teacher? What are you teaching?
Like you know, I took math. Like math is like my discipline. But I'm gonna be an English teacher.
Hey, let's go. You know, if there was an opportunity to teach coding, I'd be down. I would love that actually.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that this next after Christmas. Yeah, like
nice.
They have the kids got some they can choose some subjects for themselves, and one's gonna be programming.
Nice, that's super fun. Yeah, I tried to sign up for some like local volunteering stuff, for teaching kids programming, but they never got back.
Before you go to the next task, I have a challenge.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm not gonna go on, because in LeetCode they give you like all the time constraints and all these different things to look at, which I know I'm not good at, so I want to look at those too. But I just want to see if this even works.
Mm-hmm.
So let's run. Return outside function. Okay. Copy and pasting this did not work apparently. Wait. Well, let's get rid of the print.
You have.
Well.
What?
Did I? Oh wait. Oh, because everything is here. It just needs to be tabbed over.
Different.
It's inside of the class.
Yeah, it's like.
Yes,
you're making classes.
I'm not. LeetCode is. Yeah, I think it has to. Basically, it takes in the function into the solution and then like runs all its test cases through that, I guess. So now let's submit and see if it passes the other test cases. Oh, see, this is why the problem sounds so confusing. You have to. There is inside and outside.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna like. Our challenge should be like abstract.
To do both.
Okay.
So we've solved for both, but not for both at the same time.
yeah, but like that's like you just. Can you use recursion or like it's just like we'll just add some complexity to the function.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we check for?
You could like have
for both at the same time. So we would need.
Okay. So for like what we do now is check the first like index 0 with index 1. And like, but what if they are not the same, or like, what if it's not?
So that's the problem. So like,
so then you have a case where you check the last index in the whole string. So if the first position and second position, or 0th position and first position does not match, check with the last position.
Yeah. So it's like almost, but Then we're almost writing two different functions within one, aren't we? Which I guess is fine, but
anything's fine. In Python.
anything's fine as
Yeah,
long as we get the right answer.
Yeah.
And
Anything's fine in
then we
Python.
refactor. I like it. Yeah, so we can basically do we can either do two functions or just an if else to check. Because I think we're supposed to do one, let's just do an if else.
So with the test number 3, where like you expect a false, like you have a normal parenthesis with a bracket.
Right.
If that's the case, like if you have first position is an opening normal parentheses and the second position is something else, then go check the last position.
Yeah. Okay. So if I'm understanding what you're saying, basically, if we take the index of S, right, and
it's not the value of the key.
Yes.
Like it doesn't match the.
If it's not equal to the next one next to it. Okay. So basically what we were doing before, but just we're gonna. Well, actually, we can just copy paste this whole thing. I'm pretty sure. Because we're gonna check if the key of the first one, so for it's not gonna be I, it's just gonna be 0 and 1. If they don't equal each other, then that's when we're gonna have to do the original one. So for now, let's just pass.
But they shouldn't. Should. Wait.
Alright. So hold on. This is. Yeah. Okay. So if they don't match, then we're looking at this guy.
No, but then I think you need to go to the last, the S-1, and like use that.
Oh, you want to check
like the reverse? Yeah, the last position, because like you did with like I and J earlier. Then you need like if like the first wasn't told, then you can like guess that it's the closing position should be like if you have an opening position, like an opening, you should expect the closing one to be at the end if it's not the immediate next.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just two different ways of checking. Like we either check the first one versus the last one, or we check the first versus the second and see which one we get. I think either way we're talking about the same thing, just in two different ways. So I'll just keep it like this because it's what I already wrote. So if they aren't the same, then we're looking at line 47, which we already solved. I just deleted it, so now we're just gonna have to resolve it. But that's fine. So I feel like we're copying code, but that's fine. But so obviously we can refactor this a lot.
You probably learned so many good good practices in your dojo. Like I remember copying my functions all the time, just a lot of things doing almost the same thing. It's like you don't ever have time to go back and refactor.
Well, that's what I was saying in the beginning of the stream, is like in boot camp everything is so fast paced that it's a lot about just writing code, getting out there and finishing project, and then jumping to the next learning. Where in this, I want to go back, try to make, refactor, make it look better, try to figure out. Like, I don't really know, like, I know what big O notation is, but, like, if you tell me how to, like, solve something with a better time complexity or space complexity, I'm like, I don't know. Like, so that's, they didn't really teach us the computer science of that, so that's kind of what I want to study as well.
That's like a really, I remember it was the second semester we had that topic. It's like a heavy semester, but it's really, really interesting, like, to see how, like, different sorting algorithms and, like, how insanely more fast you can sort or like do something if you just not nest for loops and use recursion instead, which I thought you were like dipping your toes into.
Yeah, I've done like a couple problems in recursion, but nothing fancy or good. Okay. So let's just see if I can remember what we did. It was I minus j, or no, j minus I. And then what we did is if they don't match, we returned false. Not j equals I. It'd help if I could just type things, you know? Okay, is valid. Float op. Oh, I need to put it in an integer again. Stupid Python. Just kidding. I actually.
When you have to cast the types.
Okay, so now we're getting both true on those. Let's still see, I guess, if our false cases are correct. See if our false cases are true.
They're false.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's see. We got this, I believe. Oh wait, did I just?
You forgot the function.
I think I just need to. Okay. Run. Accepted and submit. Runtime error. Ooh, what?
Huh.
Last expected input. Or last executed. It didn't like left bracket and a right.
Wait, is this some syntax stuff, or is it like it gave? Okay, no, it gave a different input.
So, because we haven't. Yeah, you're right. So we do need to check
opening dictionaries.
So we could just put a conditional in here, I think. Here, because this is like no matter what, if it starts with an or a wrong facing bracket,
yeah,
it should be false. So if we just put in, oh my gosh, what did I copy? So if we just put in here a conditional to check if s of 0 equals, well, we'd have to put in.
Oh, it can't just be s of 0.
We could do an array, but for now, let me just put it in 1. But then we're gonna have to do OR statements, right? Yeah, I feel like it would be better.
Can't you make a different dictionary, like the wrong dictionary or something? No, maybe not.
Probably we could. I just want to check, like, if it is one of these, then I just want it to return false, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And that way, it shouldn't have to get to that anyways. So let's see if that
the hard coding part. Like my teachers always told me, like, don't hard code anything.
Put everything in a dictionary. Oops. Python and its indentations makes copy pasting it a lot harder. All right. Runtime error again.
Okay, so.
Yeah. So you're right. We do need a wrong dictionary because now they're throwing that in there at the end. Okay. Oh, one by one we shall prevail.
Like it's I think it's impressive that you actually take the time to do this.
My puppy's like, "What are you doing? Come play with me. Stop being boring." Okay. So, I mean, we could, I was gonna say we could put it in each for loop, but that seems like more repetition. So maybe we do make a.
Like,
I don't even know if we need a dictionary because we don't need to match it. We can just put it in an array, don't you think?
But would it always hold? Would there be some cases where like you open with a closing and close with an opening, like symmetrical thing, or is it like it has to open with the left?
I think it has. Based on what it says, open brackets must be.
But
like by the same.
But I think the problem you had now was you only checked index 0.
Yeah. Like, so we need to check through all the indexes to make sure, like, even
every index that doesn't match the one previous. Like if you have index 1, a closing one, but index 0 is an opening one, then that should be okay. It's like, but it has to be.
So, oh no, wait. Yes.
So yeah, so if you had like this wrong, and you do this if, like in your if check, when you're checking for the opening one and checking for the where you're looking for your answer, like you check if in list or like contains contains wrong input, then you return false.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's where my brain was going to. So if s of I in wrong input, then we should just be able to return false from there too. I feel like I'm doing a lot of copy pasting code, but you know, we'll figure it out later.
Would this go?
So
yeah, let's try.
Basically, what I'm saying is anytime if the index that we're checking is facing the wrong way, because we should only be checking the opening parenthesis. Mm-hmm. If we start by checking a closed parenthesis, it should just.
The thing is, index 1 could also be an opening if.
Okay, unmatched. Where are we unmatched?
Line 1.
Line 1 what? Did I run it wrong? Hold on. Nope, okay. False traceback error. Is invalid. So now I screwed something up. If we start with the wrong facing, I thought we already put a match for that.
But you're checking 4 different. You have 4 different calls to this function. Is it like in your bottom examples?
Well, actually, let's make sure these were fine, because now I changed them, and then we'll comment them out. Oh man, this algorithm is a lot harder than I thought it'd be.
In the first one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Alright, true. Those are fine. Yeah. Now this guy's giving me issues because we're... Okay. Key error. Line 37.
Oh, it's line 37.
Oh, because if the first one is a wrong...
So like you have if parentheses match, but like if it don't, like you need like an else or... Yeah, and then you do need a condition there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could put... I wonder if we just put the key value pairs and...
Yeah,
and put like false or null. Like if it's null...
Yeah, null. Like just put the closing ones as keys equal to null.
Okay, I like that. Or what is it in Python? No, none. It's none. Right?
Is it? Yeah, I don't know. Sure yeah, none maybe. Like I've been through so many languages in school. Like
what was your favorite language?
Python or probably C. Hello, C was real nice. We started learning with C.
How's it going, Julie? You like C, dude? I don't understand why people like C.
No, it's like it's not very effective, but like it was. That's what we started learning coding in, because you have full control of memory and everything. You have to like allocate space in memory to put like a variable there, and then you have to clear the memory afterwards, so you don't like get the memory. What do you call it? Memory leak or something. And but we wrote an OS in like second year, like. Was like a big part of our semester, like writing an OS.
So did you
very simple OS though, but yeah.
Like, were you trying to find a programming job? Like, did that just not go well, or did you like change directions? Kind of what?
I got like my 4th year out of the 5 years. I started an internship in my 4th year. So like over the summer, so I had I already had a job before I finished my master's, and then like worked there for
like
half
your
a year
job.
more, but like then I moved home, like to where I am now, and like got an IT job with like, which wasn't very programmy. It was
Wasn't
a
there?
disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like more IT jobs is a lot like hardware stuff.
there was just a lot of stuff, but like, yeah, I should probably have done what my peers did and go to like some developer houses or like consultancy companies and earn way more than I did.
Yeah, that's kind of what my brother-in-law are doing, is just because the job market's pretty rough for now. We're like, let's just, start our own business, do some contract work, do some freelance stuff for now,
like,
and get stuff out there and
make websites and stuff like that's low hanging fruit. Especially if you get to like there's so many scaffolds you can use.
I mean, that's all I know how to do is make websites. So perfect. Okay, I think, fingers crossed, we may have actually solved it. False. True. Okay, did I screw up our test
Of
cases?
course, I think because when it checks in the dictionary and finds like a closing one, it starts to match with.
Wait, we had this already.
Yeah, but like because now you check for each. Like so we need to skip those indexes or something.
Okay. So.
Oh, because like when you check for S plus
Are you
one.
talking about line 38?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because when it now checks the next, so like if you have the opening parentheses and it's not the same as the close, so okay, sure, let's continue, let's compare them and check if parentheses match, and like this is where you bring in the non-value when you because the closing one also checks.
I think what changed it is I tried to refactor the wrong index and I put in parentheses match, and I think we are returning false when S of I, the index, if it's a key value pair though and it's not none, that shouldn't return. Oh wait, no, I need to say if not. Wait, I can't do that in Python. If it's just if not.
Yeah.
I think this is what is screwing me up here. There we go. Okay. So I literally just basically I was checking to see if there was a match. If it was true, then it would return false. What I meant to do was the exact opposite. If we're returning in the parentheses match none, then what we want to return false. So I think that should fix it. Okay. Cases, good. Submission, wrong answer. No.
A tricky one. So like are all of them wrong?
Why is okay?
Oh, 76 of 93 test cases passed. Okay, so like there's.
It's because we don't have anything to check for. So this has a mixed order of 2 that start the same, then 1 inside. So I think our whole thing is. Off. Because we're only checking for 2 different test
for closest. So now if it's 2 opening ones.
Gosh,
this is like a nasty little thing.
It's a doozy. Jeez. So I think like how do you check for when? I'm trying to think of like how do you check for so maybe what you have to do instead is check the first one, just go through the whole thing. Is there an ending one? Yes. Check the next one. Is there an ending thing? And just keep going one by one to check if there is. And then if there eventually isn't one that's closing, then it will return false.
Is there a requirement to the big O notation here though?
Well, first I want to solve it.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing about LeetCode is that afterward it gives you other solutions to submissions and like walks
Okay.
you through the O notation. So, okay. I think at first I just didn't understand all the test cases and issues that were coming in. So this isn't bad, but I think we should start
You should
mostly from scratch.
yeah, refactor something here.
Cause like
Like
I
maybe
think
some
it'd
more
be better
functions.
if we just loop through and like my mind is going nested for loops, which I know isn't gonna be good in O notation, but at least would solve it for now.
Oh, if you only have
come
like
back and
one nested
refactor.
for loop, that's all good. That's like only O squared.
In range length of, so we should still only be able to need to go through half the list in the first check.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, for what I'm thinking. So if we divide this by 2, cast as an integer, blah blah blah, do all of the Python things we need to get out of the way. Okay. So then basically we want to
Loop through everything.
loop through
I+1.
everything. Yeah, I+1.
But you might still end up with some problems then, because it might not, like, say you find a closing bracket in the second position, like I+1.
Oh, you're right.
But that's not the one that closed up that initial.
Yeah, how do you check if you've already used that closing bracket, you mean? Because like
if the first one's an opening, then like it could possibly be the last one that's the closing one, but the second one might like throw in some wrong answer stuff as a closing one, and just to
because like if it checks, so yeah, because if we're here and then we have a closing here, then we loop through here, we have a closing here, and it's going to use that same one twice. Yeah. Dang, dude. I'm trying to think
or you would have
do.
For each consecutive equal parentheses, you nest another loop. So like for the first opening parentheses, you loop the first one, like, and if you find the second one, you loop through that first to try to solve it. Then you step out, back out again to continue your first loop. Like, if you understand my thoughts, could recursion be a good idea here?
What's up, Cribs? How's it going? Just banging my head against the wall. 4 bracket done. I like your answer. Okay. Before we revert to recursion stuff, because that's still a little over my head. What if you put everything into an array, and then if you find a match in that array, then we remove it from the array so that it doesn't use that same closing parenthesis?
You make a different array, like where you have like opened parentheses.
Yeah, so if it's in basic, if I'm trying to think through. So yeah, if it's
okay. So there's some tips in the chat here, like a stack data structure.
What's up, Crips? You gotta get back to the grind of trading. Do it. A stack data structure. What is a stack data structure?
I need to Google
I'm not
that.
gonna lie, I don't even know what that means. Tell me, Jesse. I swear, every time I do a LeetCode
like
challenge, I'm like, this is gonna be
like,
easy, and then it's like, nope.
Dude, it's like a push pop, like
pop.
last in first out.
Oh yeah. Okay, done.
Or like different
Got
of.
it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, stack is not
first in, last out. Philo, maybe.
Last out, right? Yeah. No. First in, first. I think you were right. First in, first out.
No. It depends, but like if you have first into to a stack, like so if you take the first parentheses and like you pop that into or like push it into a stack, a
Yeah.
different stack, then that's the first one in, and then
I don't know why LeetCode keeps freezing on me too. There we go. Okay.
because yeah.
So what we need to solve for is this guy.
Okay, so yeah, that's genius. Like every opening tag add to stack, every closing tag pop from stack and match.
So just okay, say this again. So we're gonna take from the string and pop it into a new array, is what you said, right?
Yeah, a stack.
And a stack. But that, I mean, we're using an array for the stack, right?
I think it would be better to just use the stack data type if that's not an array.
How do you use the stack data type? I don't.
I think you just.
I thought that was just like a concept.
Well,
Is that
no,
an actual...
yeah. It's an array, but like you just like use the method append or like pop.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like you just make an empty, call it stack
not...
and like an open and closed array, like an empty array.
Yeah. So, let's just do an array. Let's just do an empty array.
Yeah.
So we want to loop through it. Pop, or what is it in Python? It's not pop, is it? Isn't that JavaScript?
Pop is take it from a stack.
Is it pop in Python?
Append. I think you would append it.
I thought that was like, JavaScript. Am I trolling? No, you're right. It is pop. Okay. It pops the whatever the index is,
or just... push. Yeah, append is used to add the elements to the top of the stack, while pop removes the element in last in, first out order.
Okay, so but we still want to loop through it, right?
You need to do like the check you did earlier, like and if.
So gosh dang it. So we want to pop it if there's both of them if there's a match. Is that what we're thinking? Can you pop a string in Python?
You should, yeah, like I think you can pop everything because like it will be its own object in the stack, but like you want this to be the character, like the individual character. So, like every opening tag you had to, like you have a string, like the string of parentheses. Like your first index, if that's an opening one, you add it to the stack. Yeah, like here's the answer. It's in the chat.
Yeah. So sorry, my puppy's going crazy. Come here, Pippin. Come. Might have to solve this another day. We'll see. Okay. Come here. I'm gonna pick you up. Come here. You got this. Oh, you're so heavy now. Holy cow. Hi, buddy. Say hi to the stream. Look who it is. Yeah. Do you need attention? Okay. So, if it's an opening parenthesis, pop it into the array. If it's a close tag, pop and check if they are the same. So, but they're not going to be in order. So like that doesn't, because like you can get a left parenthesis and then a right square bracket, and then you can be like, that's not the right order, right? Or am I trolling? Am I trolling?
I'm trying to get my hand around this. So if it's an opening character, and we have those in the dictionary too, we could.
So We could do we could do a nested for loop where you take the first one. Okay, come here, Pippin. Pippin, come. Yeah, he's trying to piss off my other dog to get attention.
Like, what if you just write what Jesse wrote here, like for a character in S in string, and like then you have the open tag append.
Yeah.
Like so if it's in your right list, like if it's in the like we made a dictionary for it earlier, but like if you just make a list of like opening brackets, like if contains,
Right.
or if in opening brackets list, then you append it to the stack. If not, you just you close, else if close tag pop and check, they are the same. What does that mean? Like else if close tag pop.
So would we still need nested for loops?
No, let's not nest the loops yet. But just write what he.
I'm trying, but I'm getting bitten by a puppy.
Okay, okay, so you have the array, and then you like write a for. Instead of for I in range,
right,
just like
for
character in string or in S or whatever. Yeah, it's S.
Ow, stop it. Go get a toy. Go get the flamingo. Go get. Come on.
And then.
Good boy. Bring here. Alright.
And then you have the if check to see if it's in a list we need to make of like opening brackets.
So like the parenthesis match again.
Yeah, but like, but not a dictionary. All we gotta do is, or.
Oh, you're right. We just need dude.
No. I think this is. I think a dictionary could be good here.
Yeah, buddy.
Wait. So many like different corner cases. But if you have the first one, like I was just thinking like a list of like opening normal bracket, opening curly bracket, opening square bracket, like contains, or in.
My dog is absolutely going crazy.
So this might be.
Mode. This might be a problem to solve another time. It's gonna bug me now though. So basically, character, if it's a parenthesis match, we want to pop that into the array. Right.
Like this, you have an opening brackets list, and like then you would have a closing bracket list, and you can check if it's, or we could like do the dictionary and check it's exactly on the key value pair.
So what is it? S dot pop. No. What was? Gosh, I haven't. Pop.
I would remove the closing bracket nonce.
Yeah. Well, this way I need to check if there's a none. How do I pop it into the array? Isn't it like no? Because that's not how you do it.
But like
array. Can we do plus equals?
No. You pop the character char.
I think you have to pop an index. Can you pop?
No. You append. You don't pop. You don't append.
Okay, well,
so like you just take array.append char.
Yeah. So let's just make sure that worked.
But the thing is, the parentheses match, you need to make sure it's an opening one, not a closed one.
Wait, say that again. So we've appended all of the opening tags here.
No, you could have appended any one of them. Like, couldn't you have appended the closed ones?
No, because these are none. So if it's
So there's nothing
this
to
is
append.
checking to see if it's
Okay.
true. If they're the wrong ones, then it's false and it doesn't append.
Okay.
So
And
we're
that's
good there.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'd have 4 of those guys to check through. Oh gosh. Okay. Puppy.
And then you do the pop thing.
So pop the.
So if it's an open tag, you append. If it's not, else if it's a closed tag, you pop it from the stack and check if they are the same. Like so this was the if, and now you make an else if.
I'm trying to understand. So
beneath the array append, so like
if it's a left bracket, we're putting it in the array. If it's a right one,
now we're doing like an else if. Like if it's not an opening, it's like a closed one. So it's like else if. Now we should probably check if it's the right one.
Well, there's only 2 options, right?
No, you can have 3 options, like the last corner case, for example. Or if there's like one single that's not paired, maybe else is enough.
Well, we're checking if it's a left parenthesis or a right parenthesis.
Yeah. Okay. So that might be enough.
So then we would do.
Can
we pop a string though? That's.
No, you can pop the.
Oh, pop the array.
Array.pop.
So, but then we need to check first. We don't want to pop it unless it's a match, right?
Yeah, check and then pop, I guess.
So if character is in array, let's just make sure I'm not. If I'm trolling here. So if character in array did not work.
Like the functions associated with the stack are, maybe you could use top. Like the method top returns a reference to the topmost element of the stack. Maybe not.
Are we not? So we get a character here. So we are getting them. Oh wait, no, we need the match. Duh. So of course, keep doing this. So then we do need a matching key though, right?
Probably.
If character gosh, okay. So I almost want the reverse of this, don't I?
Yeah.
So then we have to change up our if statement to. Oops. My brain's hurting. And my dog's going crazy. So then we can't do if parentheses match.
Well, like you can call them. No, but
we can do the
can
none thing.
You can have 2. Like you can have left brackets and right brackets, like 2 different dictionaries where the value is the inverse.
Well, I think we can do the none trick again. Because we don't need to check if we're just checking if we're like reversing.
But like, why are you changing the positioning of the indexes?
Well, I'm.
Wouldn't you need the first one to dictionary like it was, or maybe?
Okay, so if they are not, wait, no, I need to stop doing JavaScript. If it's not, then we're gonna append. So if it's none, and then if char, so that's not gonna work yet. So we still have that, but instead of if char in array, if parentheses match char. So if we grab the value pair of the character in the array. Dictionary is not callable. Why is it not callable? What did
you call the dictionary, not the index
Oh,
of the dictionary or
I
something.
need the square notation. Ah, there we go. So, if the parentheses match, but we can't just pop any part, we need to pop the part that matches, right?
Yeah, but like the thing with a stack, when you added them to, like it's first in, last out.
So first in.
So if you keep pushing, like you appended, like if you appended something into the dictionary, like in your first if, then you appended it, then it goes to the next step. And if it's not appending, then you can check, and like then you can pop it directly, and like you close those pairs out, so none of them are left in the stack.
So
and
let me see if I'm understanding you right. If we get this first one, we put it in an array. The second one goes into our stack. Third one goes into our stack. And oops. And because this is last in our stack, we find a match, we pop that, right?
Yeah, so like
and because that works, because this is invalid. So if we did this, it would be invalid anyways, because that's not the correct closing order.
Yeah.
So first in, I see what you're saying. Okay, first in, putting them all in,
last out,
then checking to see if there's a match, then we can push it. Wait, is
so
pop like the last one? I think in Python,
no, like
pop
the array. No, like the pop deletes the topmost element of the stack, so the last one in. So if you like have 3 opening brackets in a row, they'll all get appended to array. And like the 4th bracket, which is a closing one, will be the one that should match the 3rd one, right? Because it's like in the line 48. And if you pop and they match, then you like if they match. The last one, then you pop. Oh, hold on, I got it.
Yeah. So if the characters match in the array, then we can pop the last one. Which
if the not necessarily if it's in the last position, like if it's the last one. Okay, so like if you look at line 48. In your string, like you have 2 opening normal brackets and then an opening square bracket. All of those 3 gets added to the array, index 0, 1, and 2. Then you check the next one, like the closing one. And this should compare to index number 2. And if they match, then you pop away index number 2. And then you move next to the next like closing normal bracket, and it should match the last position. So like basically array -1. So like you should just check with -1.
I think pop already removes the last one in the list. So like
pop deletes the last one, but like your check, your comparison, like when you compare, you should compare to the array index -1.
I don't know if it really matters, does it?
Yeah, it matters because like you could have different.
There shouldn't be a case.
Brackets.
Well, but we're just checking to see if it's in the array, because if it's in the array, it should have a match to pop the last one based on the order it's put in the stack.
And like okay, so if you put the first two normal brackets in, and when you find your like 1, 2, 3, your 4th index in that string. No, 4th index, like 2 more.
1, 2,
and this one,
0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This should close number index 1. Not which index 0, like so it's
well, it's popping the last one though, which is index 1 anyways.
Okay, so okay, so it shouldn't matter. So
I think it's working, because if we print the array at the end, it's empty. Which,
okay, yeah.
so in that case, if the array, I think in Python we can just do if array, we would return false, and if not, it's true. I don't know if we can do that. Is it falsy in Python?
If you can like length, it's 0.
Oops, not
I don't know.
true. Return true. True. Okay. So that was true. Then we need some of these other test cases.
No, but I think your if is.
So basically.
But like the array is still there even though it's empty. So it would never return false.
Print.
Like if array length 0, no, if len array is 0, then return false. Or
well,
true,
that's what I'm trying to figure out in Python. I think so. If.
But I gotta go. I gotta put some kids to bed.
So Thanks for your help. It's been it's been kind of fun, and also my brain hurts. So
yeah, see you later.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right. So if x is an empty array, if x print truthy. I gotta determine, is this truthy? So no, an empty array is false in Python. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So an empty array. So if there's an empty array, then we do want to return true. And if not, we want to return false. Am I getting that right? No. If okay, print array at the end. The array is empty if the array, which means something. If there is, okay, I did it right the first time. If there's something in the array, then we return false. If not, we're gonna return true. Whew, baby. I'm scared to put this in the test case of LeetCode now because I want it to work after all of that freaking work. After all of that pain and misery. Oops, sorry, I cranked the music for his audio coming in. Okay. Will LeetCode even work now? Okay. Okay. Is LeetCode gonna work? See, I'm not the only one bad at coding. LeetCode can't even make a proper coding platform. Just kidding. I'm sure they have so much code to run all these test cases. Okay. Let's see. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Please work. Accepted the test cases. Those were the easy ones, though. No. Oh, we just need... No, okay. All we need is... We just need to add our test cases back in. So if the length... Oh, please. I'm so scared. I've never sweated so much in an algorithm. These are the easy ones in LeetCode. These are legit marked easy on the... like, what if these are the easy ones? What are the medium and hard ones gonna be like? Okay. So now if the length isn't even, if it's an odd number just like we had before, return false, which should solve. How did I get false? Wait. No. What? Oh, this is true? Oh, expected to be false. What did I screw up this time? Holy guacamole. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's print our array at the end and see what we got. I feel like we're close. 88 out of 93 test cases. See, every time we get a little bit closer to the test case. Okay. So why is the array empty at the end? So we should be putting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys. We should be popping 1, 2, 3, then 4 and a 5. Oh, maybe he was right. Maybe we do need to check if the last one was... okay, let's shoot. Okay. Oh, gosh. Alright. So let's print current character. And then we'll do the char. Okay, current character, we put in left four curly braces, right? Then we have a right curly brace. So after, or no, our array has 5, we pop 1. Right? So then we have another right bracket. Then this is going to be popped, so we should be down to 3 characters. All that seems right to me so far. Oh, yeah, so it does matter because... because this is a whack order, it found a match of this guy and pop. So Sigurd was right. We're going to need to check for not just if there's a match in the array, but if it matches the right index. Problem is, if I check for this guy, is there a way to pop a value instead of a position? Moving array value. First occurrence of a value in a given array. Okay, so maybe if we use the remove instead of a pop. Remove char. Let me just make sure. Can it do strings? I'm assuming it's going to be able to do strings. Let's just test this real quick. Array.remove. Remove X. X is not in list. Make a loop starting at -1. Ooh. What would a loop starting at -1 do? Why would you go backwards through the loop? What would that do? Okay. So it is removing... Oh wait, we don't want to remove the character, we want to remove the parentheses match. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Are we a genius? False. That is false now, which is what we were expecting. Come on, baby. What is this, like test number 12? LeetCode work! I just want to know if I got it right or not. Oh, why am I getting so trolled right now? I think the remove function is gonna help us. I think. Okay. We're gonna test this first, and then I'll look at what you're saying, Secret. Because we got the right answer on that one now. Run. Expect to end in block. Sorry. Tempted to... Come on, LeetCode. I just had one... Oh. Well, I don't need print statement in there, so let's get rid of those guys. There we go. Now it looks like I only have 20 lines of code anyways. Okay. Submit, please. Wrong answer. What is that? Why is that not true? What character is that? Wait, is that false? Must be closed in the correct order. Oh my gosh. That's a joke, right? So now we have the opposite problem. This before we had right, and now that we changed our code, it's not right. Because in this case, we're just removing from any direction. It doesn't matter what order. So maybe you are right, Sigurd. Maybe we do need some kind of index instead of checking by character. So how come, if they're closed in the correct order, how come this one is... Oh, because we have too many of the same. So I feel like actually what we had before was closer, so... Let's look at this again. This is true, and we need this guy to be false. Because these guys were removing these guys. So we just need to, we can make a second conditional. I know that's, oh, or maybe you're right. Maybe if we just check the negative index. So maybe I'm just overthinking this now because I've been thinking about it for too long and I probably need a brain break, but I feel like we're so close. So if oh gosh, okay. So we need, if the array, the last guy in the array, the last guy in the stack equals the character match. So if we get this right facing curl in there, we should in the end be checking towards the -1 index, the last index in the array, and only popping that false, which we wanted it to be false. Oh my goodness. Do we have a solution? Will I get trolled once again by LeetCode? First in, last out. Philo. I like that. Philo. Okay, please. Please, I'm gonna cry. Oh, come on, LeetCode. Tell me. Tell me, what did I do wrong? No. Index out of range. Is it because we popped it? Is it because we popped it. Okay. Gosh dang, we're so freaking close. But now we're not. Wait. Oh, we didn't put in our test case if it starts with the. Okay, so if it gives us a backwards parenthesis, if it gives us a closing parenthesis before we get to an open one, then there's nothing in the array, so it can't check the -1 index. Right? Oh, okay. I mean, we could just check if there's nothing in the array, we just end, right? Let's just add, I know it's probably not the best way to do it, but like, if the array is empty, if not, array, meaning, so if it's false, which is true if the array is empty, then we can just stop this whole thing and return false, because, let's see, before I explain this, there we go. So basically, we get to here, we check to see, is this guy in the array? Well, we haven't put anything in the array, so the array is empty, and if the array is empty, when we come to a closing bracket, we know that it's missing an open pair on the left side. So then we can just say, hey, this guy is false. Now, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, to put the conditional in there. It might be more efficient. But for the sake of solving it first and not trying to refactor while I talk, or length of array equals 0, that would have been the same thing. Yeah. Come on. What? 92 out of 93 test cases back. Are you? One test case. Look at this. Look at this. One freaking test case. Outputted true. How did this output true? How? What? Oh my gosh, I'm in one test case. Okay. Oh my gosh, now I have to solve this. I mean, one test case. We're literally one test case away. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we go check. We put this in the array. We put this guy in the array. Then we come here. Okay, this guy doesn't match. So, should we just be returning false if it doesn't match? No, I think that's going to throw off our other test case. Is it? Because we also have that other weird test case. I think if it's not the same as the last one, right? So like the closing doesn't match the last opening we put in there. Oh gosh, my brain hurts now. It should be just false anyways, right? Let's just try it real quick. I might be trolling again. But I need to test this just so my brain can think it out through in code. False. Okay, so if the last index in the array, so it's the square bracket, if there's not a match, is there a case where there's not a match to the last one, but somehow it's still true? I don't think so. I could be completely thrown off here, though. I feel like I'm just testing test case after test case, and so like now my brain is like thinking about each test case and not sure like where it's going with it necessarily. So let's just try it. Let's just make sure this isn't the solution. Oh, did it? Okay, LeetCode. No, LeetCode, don't freeze on me. Did this say it is right? And why is LeetCode freezing so much? I'm pretty sure that was right. It looked like it was gonna give me correct. Okay. Submit. Oh please, oh please. Yes. Yes. We made it. We made it. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. Oh my gosh. This was the easy algorithm. Holy guacamole. What was that like? Oh, it actually shows me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got it on the 10th try. We got it on the 10th try. Oh, thank you, Sigurd, for sticking through with me. That was actually insane. Apparently, we beat 64% of users with Python. The memory was not great, but I don't even care. We solved it. We can look at the other solutions another day, another time. I feel like I had some repeating code in here that probably could be refactored a bit. But hey, it only took us like what, an hour and a half? It took us an hour and a half while live, while talking through it out loud, which always takes me a little bit longer. Subscribe to the editorial, but there was a place on the other one that told me, oh, does it only show me one premium video for free? How much is it to subscribe to LeetCode? $13 a month, baby. Oof. Maybe I'll just look at other people's solutions. Oh my gosh. Look for. I'm gonna have a lot of things that I can search through and look for in Python to see how to make that better. But hey, Sigurd, thank you guys. I know some of you guys popped in here and there. I was trying to solve and didn't chat much, but thank you guys for being here. That one hurt my brain. Was fun though. Finally got a solution. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow and look at other solutions, other ways to do this a little bit better. But I'm proud that we stuck it out and we got it. Luke coming back right at the end. Luke, it was a journey. It was an hour and a half journey, but we got there. I'm curious if you've solved something similar, because that one broke me. But to be fair, the first half, I feel like they didn't. Maybe I just wasn't reading it as well as I could have. But like the test cases, some of the test cases and stuff threw me off. I'm like, oh, is it only they're going to be next to you? Oh, are they only going to be apart from each other? So in my defense, a little bit of a defense, maybe I just didn't fully understand the problem. Or maybe the problem wasn't fully explained enough. And I had to take it through test case by test case. We close to 1 minute to solve. See, that is a funny thing, is like, how important are algorithms really? Which I know they are for interviews. And I know it's going to make me a better developer. But it is funny that, like, are these algorithms really going to be relevant in another 5 to 10 years? Or are people going to stop caring about them in interviews even because people are just going to go to ChatGPT for algorithms? I mean, maybe there's algorithms that can't solve. I don't know. AI can make it all in seconds. I've had so the thing is, in algorithms, I feel like ChatGPT and Copilot and other things solve algorithms really well. I haven't found one that it has failed in yet. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be the quickest solution or the best solution. But it does fail me a lot in routing, CSS, other these, like when you get into web dev and there's like more complicated things going on, it doesn't give me correct answers. There's a lot of times it doesn't give me the right thing. Help me solve this algo in Python. I'm just curious. Let's see what it says. Okay, did make a stack for character and S, character brackets map. So if it's a map value, so I haven't used values much. I should look into the mapping values. I guess that's just like checking for the key. That's what we did. It's probably just a shorthand. If it's not, return false. Okay, so pretty much it's a shorthand for exactly what we did. They just did some of the like dot values and stuff and keys better than what we did. So is there a better O notation solution? I haven't tried asking it about O notation. The solution using a stack is a time complexity of O to the n. Yep. This is already an efficient solution, as you need to examine every character. It's unlikely to find a significantly better time complexity for this problem because you need to examine each character string at least once. Therefore, O to the n is already quite optimal for this scenario. Oh, okay. That's cool. We got validated by ChatGPT. I don't know if that's what I want to commit myself to celebrating, but we'll check solutions of others tomorrow. Maybe find some other interesting tidbits that we can pull from and learn from. I'm already remembering about keys and value pairs. I know we learned this in Python stack, but we briefly went over it. So doing the dot values and dot keys is probably better than typing out like if in and all of that stuff. But really, it was quite similar to what we had. Better than you in code? I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some ways that I feel decent at coding, and then there's other things like I come to this LeetCode challenge and like that took me an hour and a half. That wasn't easy. I don't know. Well, hey, we got there. Luke, thank you for showing up. Seer, thank you for showing up. I think Julie was here earlier. Crips, Ash for just a second. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to do these each morning. Practice my algorithm skills, better at programming, get ready for those interviews. So if you want to join me, should be around the same time each day, Monday through Friday, as long as my puppy isn't going crazy. So thank you all for watching. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you on later. Maybe I'll stream as well as I'm working on projects. I'm trying to build a tournament app for Splinterland, so maybe it'll be fun to stream a little bit of that as well, not just do algorithms, but we'll see. Thank you, guys.